Hello dear children, today let us revise the chapter Decimals and Shapes and Figures. Children, let us quickly understand a decimal. A decimal is a fraction whose denominator is a power of 10 and whose numerator is expressed by figures placed to the right of a decimal point. In short, a fraction like 7 upon 10 can be expressed in decimals as 0.7 or 8 upon 100 can be written as 0.08. Let us now see the place value chart. Here we have 5 in the thousands place, 4 in the hundreds place, 3 in the tens place, 1 in the ones place. As we move towards the left, we would have the place of tenth, then hundredth and then thousandth. The place value of these digits would be accordingly. That is, the place value of 5 is 5000, place value of 4 is 400, place value of 3 is 30, place value of 1 is 1, the place value of 8 is 8 tenth or 8 upon 10 or 0.8. The place value of 0 is of course 0 hundredth or 0. The place value of 9 is 9000th or 9 upon 1000 or 0.009. The expanded form can be written as 5000 plus 400 plus 30 plus 1 plus 8 upon 10 plus 9 upon 1000, and it can be written in words as 5431.809. In this chapter, we also understood like decimals and unlike decimals. If the number of decimals are the same, they are like decimals. Comparison of decimals. Compare the whole number first. If the whole numbers are equal, check the number of decimals, make them like decimals and then compare. We also understood how to convert a fraction to a decimal and vice versa. That means 7 upon 10 can be written as 0.7, 8 upon 100 can be written as 0.8 upon 100 or which is equal to 0.08. Dear children, do you remember how to add, subtract, multiply and divide the decimals? Yes, let us recollect that addition and subtraction of decimals is very simple, like the addition and subtraction of whole numbers. But looking back to multiplication and division of decimals, for multiplication of decimals, ignore the decimal. Multiply the numbers, add the number of decimal places, place the decimal point from the back accordingly. Similarly for division, subtract the number of decimal places of the dividend by the divisor and place the decimal accordingly from the back. Now let us do an activity to understand the division of decimals better. What do we require in this activity? A graph paper of 10 squares by 10 squares, a scale and some colors. So shall we do it? So dear children, are you ready with a square grid of 10 by 10 or a graph paper which has 10 squares by 10 squares? Children, before we start with the division of decimals, I need to remember how to show the decimals on the grid. Here, check out the number 1.2. The whole number represents the whole grid of 10 by 10. That means if I had 2 point some number, I would have taken 2 grids of 10 by 10. Now we have 1.2. The decimal 0.2 shows 2 columns out of the 10 by 10 grid. See, here we have colored one whole grid and 2 columns to show 1.2. Here I have to divide all the columns in 4 parts to show 1.2 divided by 4. Check that the total columns are 12. Also, if I ignore the decimal, I would get 12 divided by 4. What I would do next is that I start distributing the 12 columns in 4 grids. The first column represented by yellow color, the second column is represented by the pink color, and the third column by the green color. Ultimately, I have 3 columns colored in each of the 10 by 10 grid. That is 0.3. Let us now quickly revise the chapter Shapes and Figures. Children, let us revise. What are angles? A figure formed when two rays have a common starting point. A polygon is a closed figure made up of line segments. What are parallel lines? Two lines which never intersect or never meet. Intersecting lines are the lines which touch each other in one point. Perpendicular lines, intersecting lines which meet each other at 90 degree. And well, a circle, a set of points which are at an equal distance from the central point, or what we call the center. Let us revise a triangle. A triangle is made up of 3 line segments, 3 angles, and 3 vertices. Remember, the sum of all angles of a triangle is equal to 180. That means angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. Do you remember the types of triangles? Well, the types of triangles can be decided according to their sides and according to their angles. According to the sides, it can be classified as equilateral triangle where all the 3 sides are equal, isosceles triangle where 2 sides are equal, and scalene triangle where all the 3 sides are different. When the classification is made according to the angles, acute angled triangle means all the 3 angles are acute. A right angled triangle. Remember, a right angled triangle has always one angle as 90 degree and the other two are, yes, they are acute angles. And what do we have in an obtuse angle triangle? One angle is an obtuse angle or more than 90, but the other two angles are acute. Now here we revise the quadrilaterals. A polygon having 4 sides and 4 angles is called a quadrilateral. What are the types of quadrilaterals? A parallelogram, where opposite sides are equal and parallel. Remember, the opposite angles are also equal. What is a rhombus? A parallelogram where all the sides are equal. What is a rectangle? A parallelogram where opposite sides are parallel and equal, and of course every angle is a right angle. What is a square? A square is a rhombus where all the sides are equal and all angles are right angles. What is a kite? A kite is a quadrilateral where exactly 2 pairs of consecutive sides are equal. And a trapezoid or a trapezium is which has only one pair of opposite sides parallel. Let us revise about the circle. A set of points which are at an equal distance from the center form a circle. What do we have in this circle? We have a radius, which is a line segment joining the center and any point on the circle. What is a chord? A chord is a line segment joining any 2 points of the circle. And well, yes, a diameter is the longest chord which passes through the center. Remember your formulas? R or radius is equal to diameter divided by 2. Diameter is equal to 2 multiplied by radius. And of course, circumference C is equal to 2 multiplied by pi multiplied by r, or can also be written as pi multiplied by d. Children, attempt the quiz that follows. Remember, Maths is lovely and enjoyable. So enjoy your maths. Dear children, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, always feel free to ask me. Thank you.